Today we are learning all about the painting studio. So at the painting studio we have all of the tools and supplies that we will need to paint. We have brushes, we have tools, and we have different kinds of paint. So if you want to paint, the first thing you need to decide is what kind of paint you want to use. So we have 3 different types of paint that we can use at the painting studio. The first type are tempera cakes. And we've got a couple different sets of those. We have a skin tone set with different shades of brown and peach. We also have a new neon set, which are really, really bright colors. And then down here, we also have our regular tempera color set. Okay, another type of paint we have is similar to tempera cakes. They are called watercolors. Okay, we've used these a couple times before too. With the tempera cakes and the watercolors, you have to get a wet brush and wake them up before they work. So we have tempera cakes, we have watercolors. Another kind of paint we have are paint sticks. And these are kind of like markers. They could almost be in the drawing studio, but you're just gonna twist the cap off and you can draw with them almost like a marker, but it looks like paint. Okay, so those are super fun. There's lots of different colors of those. You don't need water for those, just the paint sticks. Okay, the last kind of paint we have are our tempera cups. So paint cups. We've got the basic colors of paint cups and the bright colors of paint cups. Now, these are not filled up yet, okay, but I'll show you what they will look like eventually. There will be a couple of tubs, and inside the tubs there are going to be different cups, and each cup is going to have a different color in them. So when you take, or if you want to use the paint cups, you're going to take this whole tray back to your seat. Okay, we're not going to pull the cups out. You're going to take the whole thing. Okay, so after you decide what kind of paint you want to use, then you can start to gather your supplies. So the first thing you always need when you're painting is a placemat. So I'm going to grab a placemat. Okay. Second thing you need are paintbrushes. Okay, so we've got 6 different cups of paintbrushes. We have flat paintbrushes: baby flat, mama flat, and papa flat. Small, medium, and large. You need to find the brush that is just right for the job that you want to do. So the flat brushes are really good if you are like painting a background or filling in a shape with a color. Okay, we also have round brushes: baby round, mama round, and papa round. These brushes are better if you're like painting lines or painting a picture of something, or if you have really tiny details you need to add. You can take 1 or 2 brushes with you at a time. So I think I'm going to use a big one of these. I'm going to put it on my placemat. And then I'm also going to take a big one of these, a papa flat. So papa flat and papa round. So I'm going to put those on my placemat. Okay, now I need to decide what kind of paint I want to use. So I think for today I'm going to use watercolors. So I'm going to grab one of these trays. I'm going to take the whole thing with me back to my seat. If you are choosing to use the paint cups, then you also have some tools that you can pick from. Okay, these tools have a green dot on the corner. Okay, it matches the dots on the paint cup labels. These tools have green dots because they are only to be used with the paint cups. They won't work with the tempera cakes or the watercolors. They only work with the paint cups. So we've got a couple different things. We've got paint scrapers, we have sponges, and we have rollers. And I'll show you how to use all those tools in a different video. Okay, another thing we also have are palette knives, which is another tool you can use with the paint cups. Okay, so I'm using watercolors, so I can't use any of those tools. Okay, but maybe next time if I want to do paint cups, I could pick a tool to experiment with too. Okay, so I've got my placemat, my paintbrush, and my watercolor tray. I can head back to my seat, take my supplies with me, and then I'm going to come back to the painting studio because I need to get a water bowl. Okay, the water bowls are going to be right here. You're going to fill it up halfway with water. Carefully take it back to your seat, and then you can start painting. If you want to, you can also put on an art shirt when you are painting. If you're using the paint cups, I would definitely put on an art shirt. Okay, so that's how you set up for painting in our painting studio.